Hey, I am your boy George. Yes, I am the true truck driver. Say true. All right, let me put y'all up on something. I'm really not into politics, but I've been paying attention to something that said, just came across on one of my pages, that truckers are, or were boycotting Colorado. So as I went on to read, why were these truck drivers boycotting Colorado? Can some of y'all tell me? Is it because the Supreme Court has kicked Donald Trump off the ballot in Colorado? Is that why you're boycotting Colorado? Tell me. I'm just curious. Okay, you got money. Money is invested into your truck. So you telling me you got a $10,000 load that's going over there. It's probably about $500-600. $500-600 miles. Or maybe let's say 2,000-3,000 miles, but it's paying $8,000-9,000. Would you go to Colorado or wouldn't you? Is your heart that consumed with politics that you would let this take money out of your pocket so you could say, I'm not going to California? When the rates are bad and suffering, some of you guys won't even stick up and say, hey, let's do something. Let's protest. But over something that's dealing with politics that you have no control over at all. I'm not one affiliate with Democrats. I'm not one with over here with the Republicans. That's just my preference. Maybe be independent, have my own mind, right? Because y'all know it's all set up. The whole thing is set up for the winner of the presidency, okay? So you're basically saying you will let this stop your flow, your money, by not going to Colorado, but you won't boycott against the rates, transparency with the rates. So that doesn't make good sense. So hundreds of thousands of you, if that's the case, will boycott for a president, but you won't boycott to get your money up. Now, I don't know, am I telling the truth? Am I exaggerating about this? But this is kind of how I'm reading into it. They had some roads up there, I believe it was up in Maine, where the governor was going to up the price on the tolls that was coming up highway. And he wanted to charge the truck drivers, owner operators, extra money for coming up in the Rhode Island and Maine. I didn't see too many people even make a big spiel about that, but it's going in your pocket, right? Well, coming out of your pocket if you had to go up that way. What about boycotting some of these tolls, some of these highways? Your federal and state. But here it is, we're sitting around talking about Mr. Donald Trump. Yeah, that's what we're doing right now. So you guys say we're going to boycott, but I want to hear everything everybody has to say about this. Put in the comments your suggestions. Tell me what you think. How is this going to make a big difference in the election that's coming up? What about his charges? Okay, so he shouldn't be charged at all. Is that what you guys are saying? So these people just came up out of nowhere and said, oh shit, we're just going to charge Donald Trump with 4 counts of fraud, rape. I'm pretty sure some of you guys out there got daughters. Would you like for him to grab them by their crotch sack, right? Would you? I mean, we're just being honest. I told you guys I really don't like to get into politics because we talk about a lot about trucking over here. The education as far as trucking, buying a truck, being a broker, things of that nature. We try and stick into the realm of trucking, the FMCSA, what have they done to us as owner operators and carriers. So that's a lot what I talk about, not just the breaking news that goes on. So I want to hear from you guys. What about what happened with the Supreme Court? Let's talk about that for a minute. Now, they said women, which in the state of Florida, got up to 6 weeks and they can't have an abortion. Well, I want you to think about this, fellas, because there's a lot of us guys out there. What happens when your son goes to a club one night, he's hanging out, had a wild time, he slips up and screws a bugaboo? Yeah, an ugly chick, right? Or a chick he just was having a one night stand with. And the condom broke. When the condom broke, he ended up getting old girl pregnant. Never planned on having a child, but it happened. All right, she's pregnant now. In the state of Florida, most of the time she's not gonna find out till the 6 weeks. So now your child, either your daughter or your son, is there for life, right? All because of one night stands. And a lot of times, a lot of you guys, we done had them, a one night stand. Condoms that broke, some of them ain't used a rubber or a condom at all, you know what I mean? And went full-fledged. So now a lot of you guys should be standing up out here talking about that. Not just the women, y'all should be standing up saying, hey, listen, man, we gotta stop this because they're gonna force us to have to whack it, you know, and not go out and have a good time like it was back in the days. So what are you guys doing about that? Yeah, I know it's something to put on your brain. But you could tell a person straight out the gate, all right, you don't have to wear a mask, but I will tell you, you will get an abortion. You're gonna tell a woman that with her own body. The way this thing is going, it's crazy. I mean, if some of y'all really think about that, you come to the state of Florida, God tell you, oh, you don't have to wear a mask at all. Okay, when the COVID was out, you don't have to wear a mask. But then you could turn around and say, okay, lady, in 6 weeks, you need to know if you're pregnant or not, because in the state of Florida, we don't play that. You're gonna have that child. And if you get caught, then you know what? You're going to jail. What about rape, incest? Somebody did that to your daughter, to your wife, and broke in the house while you was out truck driving. And she went to go get counseling. All of a sudden, she found out. Guess what? She's pregnant. Yeah. So now your wife is pregnant with the rapist, but she don't know for 6 weeks, right? So now you got to have this guy's baby while he's locked up. Maybe you shot him and killed him, but you don't know she's pregnant. So, I mean, it's a lot of hit and miss with these stories that we have that are going out. But I really want to know how many truck drivers are out there right now that are really boycotting Colorado. And I want you to tell me why. What is your opinion on it? Subscribe to the channel. Also, yes, because I am one of the number ones in freight brokering, logistics. We talk about it, the CDL, your classes. But I am your boy George. Yes, I am the true truck driver. I want you to subscribe to the channel. Right now, we'll get back to on the second part about these politics.